And the party plans are continuing for King Charles's coronation, and one lucky Aussie will be making sure the celebration begins on a high note after receiving the invitation to perform at the coronation at Westminster Abbey in May. Was Australian violin virtuoso Madeleine Easton, and she joins us now. Madeleine, this is such exciting news. How did you get it? Was it by royal decree?
No, it was nothing as glamorous as that. It was a case of an email that just popped into my inbox a long time ago, and I've had to keep stum about it for an awfully long time, which is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
This is incredible, a very big deal. Millions of people will be watching the King's coronation. How much pressure is that, knowing that so many people will be focusing their eyes on you?
I'm not even going to think about it, you know what I mean? I'm going to go in there and just think, OK, here's some nice people, most of which I will recognise, and I will sit down and I'll be part of my team and I'll play and I'll just do my best and I won't even think about it.
You've met King Charles himself on multiple occasions.
Yes.
What's he like?
He's just the most gentle, lovely, kind, sincere person. I think that's the way I'd describe him.
Any stories you can share about meeting him?
One of the occasions I was at Buckingham Palace was for a big fundraiser for the Monteverdi Choir and Orchestra. And King Charles, or Prince Charles as he was then, very kindly offered Buck House to the orchestra. And we were in the lineup to meet him, and he was coming along and shaking everybody's hands, and it came to my turn. And Sir John Eliot Gardiner was there introducing all of his choir and orchestra. And he gets to me and he goes, "Your Royal Highness, this is Doris." And I was like, "I'm not. That's not my name. My name's Madeleine." And I got all angry and I'm thinking, why am I getting angry in front of Prince Charles? Seriously. I suddenly think, hang on a minute, and I turn to Prince Charles and I point to John Eliot and I say, well, you know, he hasn't got a clue what I call him. And then John Eliot says to Prince Charles, "Yeah, this is what I'm really afraid of." And then Charles loses it. He just absolutely explodes in laughter. And then I was swiftly ushered out of the building. No, I wasn't.
You made an impression. There you go.
So, Madeleine, Elton John, Kylie Minogue, Harry Styles, Adele, the Spice Girls, Ed Sheeran, they've all said no to performing for the King as part of this. As a result of that, does that mean that your fees are the sum total of everything they would have been offered to perform?
You know what? In my dreams, yes, of course they are. I wake up thinking all of these millions are mine, but sadly not.
What do you get, like a little stamped toilet paper roll? Is that the...
You know what I will get? An enormous, big, long protocols of what I shouldn't be doing on the day.
Madeleine, obviously, this is such a huge honour. And, as someone who was forced to play classical music as a child, I feel like my parents would motivate me by saying things like, "Oh, one day, if you practice really hard, you'll be able to play in front of royalty," or whatever. Did your parents use the same kind of tactics on you to encourage you to learn violin as a child?
Yeah, no, my parents just used plain-out guilt. You know, the old guilt trick, you know, it's like, "Madeleine, if you don't practice, we will be very disappointed in you," you know.
Well, guilt seems to have propelled you to incredible heights, you know?
Pack
It seems
your
to have
bags,
worked.
we're going on a guilt trip.
Madeleine, you are a star. You will be so great over there. Thank you so much for chatting with us, and best of luck.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.